Welcome to The Explainer. Hey, if you're working with industrial steam boilers day in and day out, this one's for you. We're about to break down one of the most critical maintenance tasks you need to get right: boiler blowdown. We'll cover what it is, why it's so important, and how it impacts safety, efficiency, and yeah, your bottom line.
So let's just jump right in with a question. What's that one silent enemy that's constantly working to degrade your boiler's performance from the inside out? You can't really see it, but trust me, if you ignore it, it can lead to some seriously big problems.
You see, every single time your boiler fires up to produce steam, it's actually fighting a quiet little battle. And this isn't about rust on the outside or some mechanical part failing. Nope, this is all about what gets left behind in the water itself.
And that unseen enemy? It's called total dissolved solids, or TDS for short. Think about it like this. When water boils, pure H2O turns into steam and leaves. But all those minerals dissolved in the water, the calcium, the magnesium, all that stuff, they don't go anywhere. They stay behind, getting more and more concentrated over time.
And when those TDS levels get too high, well, that's when the real trouble starts. You get three major headaches. First, you get scale. It builds up on your heat transfer surfaces and acts like insulation, which just kills your efficiency. Second, you get corrosion. Those concentrated salts literally start eating away at the metal. And third is something called carryover, where the water starts foaming and spits water droplets into your steam lines, which can contaminate your whole process and wreck your equipment downstream.
So how in the world do you fight back against this invisible threat? Well, the answer is a process that's as old as boilers themselves, but it's absolutely critical: boiler blowdown. This is your #1 defense against high TDS.
The idea behind it is actually really simple. I love this analogy. It's like draining a little bit of the super concentrated, salty water from a boiling pot before the gunk on the bottom starts to burn. You're basically doing a controlled purge, getting rid of the bad water to make room for fresh, clean feed water. It's all about keeping that water chemistry in the sweet spot.
But, and this is a big but, blowdown isn't a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. There are actually different types, and each one is designed to attack a specific problem in a specific part of the boiler. So let's look at the three main tactics you've got in your toolkit.
And this table breaks it down perfectly. First, you have your surface blowdown. This is often a continuous, slow skim right off the top of the water, where all those lightweight dissolved solids hang out. Then you have bottom blowdown. This is a more powerful, intermittent flush that blasts out the heavy sludge and sediment that settles, at the bottom. And finally, you've got the water column blowdown, which is a quick, sharp purge just to keep your sight glass and all your level controls working accurately.
Now, when you're doing a manual bottom blowdown, the procedure is absolutely everything. The sequence is critical for safety. You always open the quick opening valve first, then the slow opening valve. And when you're done, you close them in the reverse order: slow opening first, then quick opening last. Why? It's all to prevent something called water hammer, which is this incredibly destructive pressure wave that can damage your pipes if you shut the flow off too abruptly.
Hey, real quick, if you're finding this explainer helpful, do us a favor and hit that like button. And maybe drop a comment below. It honestly helps us figure out what kind of content you all find the most valuable.
Okay, so we've covered the what and the how, but let's really dig into the why. This isn't just a chore you have to do. Getting your blowdown strategy right is a major business decision that affects your entire operation.
And the benefits here are just huge. A solid blowdown routine makes your whole system more efficient, which saves you a ton on fuel. It guarantees you're making high-quality steam, it prevents those painful, expensive shutdowns for repairs, and it can dramatically extend the life of your boiler. When you add it all up, you're saving energy, water, and chemicals. It's a win-win-win.
And check this out. This shows you how much boiler design can play into this. A traditional, old-school fire tube boiler, it might only tolerate TDS levels up to around 3,000 parts per million. But some of these advanced, modern systems can handle levels way up at 8,500 ppm. And what does that mean for you? A higher tolerance means you have to blow down way, way less often. And that difference is just massive. We're talking about some high-efficiency systems that might only need 1/10 the blowdown volume of a traditional boiler. Just stop and think about the savings right there. All that heated, chemically treated water, you're not just dumping down the drain. So the big question is, how do you optimize this whole process? Well, whether you've got a brand new system or one that's been a workhorse for years, there are some universal best practices that will help you squeeze every bit of efficiency out of your blowdown strategy.
So here it is, your blowdown checklist. First, aim for smaller, more frequent blowdowns instead of big, drastic ones. It keeps the water chemistry way more stable. If you can, use automatic controls. They take all the guesswork out of it. Look into recovering heat from that blowdown water with a flash tank or a heat exchanger. That's free energy. And of course, always match your blowdown rate to your feed water quality, test your water chemistry regularly, keep your equipment clean, and track your data so you can spot trends.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. Your boiler's health isn't really just about the quality of the water you put into it. It's fundamentally about how efficiently and smartly you remove the impurities that get left behind. So ask yourself, is your blowdown strategy just a routine you go through, or is it a truly optimized process?
If you found this guide useful, you know what to do. Like, share, and definitely subscribe to our channel for more explainers just like this one. Thanks so much for watching.